Hey there guys, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, episode 4. Natsuki just ran off. And obviously it's because I had to make a decision between two people, and it was a tough decision because they both had valid points. They were both kind of jerks to each other. And honestly, there was no right answer to that. I kind of wish I could have... I mean, what I actually said was correct in that they were both at fault, but I still had to pick one over the other one, and that was a little unfortunate. Oh yeah, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Hey, there's nothing wrong with your poem! Emotions. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. She has her gin bear in her hands while she stares down at her desk. She usually approach her and... Okay. Like, I know I sided with Yuri, but Yuri's not the one that needs to be, like, approached right now. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I acted like that. Oh my god, Yuri, why is your reaction to every single thing that happens? Oh my, like, people hate me now. It's really getting to be a buzzkill. No, Yuri. Anyone I've gotten frustrated with treated like that? No, Yuri also did not act appropriately in that. Like, at the same time, it's like both of them were trying to give each other advice, but both of them were super defensive about it. But to basically dismiss her and be like, I've spent a long time refining my style, fuck off. Yeah, no, that's not the right way to act, Yuri. So I understand her feeling bad. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I disagree, Dameol. I don't think any less of you for it. Well, alright. I believe you. Certainly an unusual statement to say. Thanks, Dameol. You're entirely too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. Well, it's nothing. One more thing. That thing that Natsuki said about you stuffing your bra, which doesn't even make sense because they didn't even know the gender that I was going to be when I walked in the first day. So stuffing your bra wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. I would never do anything so. Yeah, no, the barb doesn't even make logical sense, Yuri. That I do believe is just jealousy and nitpickiness. What thing? Dameol, don't make her say it again. Come on. I tell you, I said this in the first episode too, I'm kind of a jerk sometimes. Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Make enough for more than one person, okay. Wow, Dameol! He's kind of implying she's a jerk right now. It's like, oh, if you're gonna make tea, make sure you make some for other people. Don't make it all for yourself, you selfish bent. Like, I know that's not really what he means, but that is totally the words that are coming out of his mouth at the moment. And 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I told you this in one of the previous episodes. I actually am not able to time, the normal way where I would just look and find out how long things have been going for. So I need my phone to keep track of how long I've been playing for me. But I left my phone on the bed, and I was like, ooh, let me go get that before I get too deep into the episode. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. That was obviously the transition away from whatever scene. I do wonder if that scene is different. I mean, obviously it's different if you side with Natsuki, but if you, went with Monika, or if you went... Actually, no, Monika wasn't even an option, was she? If you, spent the time with, your... You know what? I actually thought that the next-door neighbor was an option in case you, didn't want to pick between the two, but I realize now that those are the three people you could have written your poem for. So maybe it was like a deferment to her because you actually trust her judgment more than either of them. I almost wish I had taken that now. How'd y'all feel about sharing poems? Well, that was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was Yeah, this is definitely a scene that does not take into account what happened in the previous scene. Dameol, how about you? Yeah. You can't say yeah, I'd say the same without specifying which person you're agreeing with. He doesn't need anything to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll just do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I did learn a little more the kind of poems everyone likes. It looks like I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. But I'm not trying to impress people. I'm trying to be myself. Dameol, ready to walk home? Sayori beams at me. It has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? I do actually feel like I'm a bit of a catalyst for that. I'm pretty sure it had a lot to do with the fact that I was there and they were both trying to impress me. Oh, no. It's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't need to oversell it, Sayori. I mean, come on. We know that they're not, you know, Jesus reborn. You know... Oh my god, you too? What is ever... Seriously, am I just like the god of hatred? Does everyone just assume that whenever I have an interaction with someone, I'm going to come away full of anger and rage? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I see why they make good friends with you. You know, Dameol, I could spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you. A little too much, if you ask me. They are entirely all over me. Every day's gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but is it really need to stop there? Oh, that's... I thought you were talking about the actual situation you were in, not your raging hormones, Dameol. Well, so to see what the future holds, Sayori. I say that to myself more than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Let's do this. Alright, it's poem time, 99. And once again, I'm not actually able to write a poem that will impress Monica. That's very interesting. I noticed that the last time too, but the fact that it's still like that is pretty important. So it's also interesting that it does not actually indicate what these are beforehand. I'm still going to primarily go after Yuri, but if I can find ones that are between two of them. Effuglement? Let me see if I can get... I'm probably going to alternate back and forth, but I want to try and get things that will apply to everyone. Oh, I got her again. Oh, jeez, I got her again. Okay, she likes melody. She's definitely all about philosophy. Okay, I'm getting a nice mix of everyone. Let me just get a couple of... Oh, she'll definitely like that. Okay, I've built a good base. Now let me get several for Yuri in order to make sure she ends up the best. Infallible. Intellectual. Really? She is into scars. That is super surprising. Okay, we'll get her too. And then, yeah, the last 6 will all be for... So, frightening... Sensation... Really? Huh, that is super surprising. Incongruent is a word for her. Disoriented, secretive, and uncontrollable. Definitely want to end up with Yuri as the main, but I want everyone to actually like the poem. So I don't want to just completely overload it with Yuri things. Got a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. In the club, I found the usual scene. Hi, Dameol! Looks like you're in a good mood. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Oh, speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Yeah, no. That doesn't sound like you at all. I've got my reasons. What, does she all bum money from you every single time you do that? Let me have a look at your purse, Sayori. Why that all of a sudden? No reason. Just wanted to look at it. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Turns it down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. That's kind of what I figured it was. I was like, that's... I knew it. See right through you, Sayori. Yeah, but that's not fair! How did you even know? If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you had spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves the last option. I do. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to play this again in order to delve into the other 2 characters more. Because Sayori is kind of turning into my favorite, but I've already started the Yuri path. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, then you deserve to feel guilty. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. You are such a liar, Yuri. Tell Dameol to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering's fair enough retribution. She uses such highfalutin language, I tell ya! Oh, Jiminy! Did I didn't mean that. Yuri definitely has a bit of a mean streak to her. I feel like that... Ooh, I didn't actually read the chapters I said I would, did I? It didn't say I did. I think the German word is Schadenfreude, which is basically a delight in the suffering of others. You don't cause the suffering. You just really enjoy seeing, karma done. You enjoy when people who do bad things end up getting bad results, even though, like I said, you're not going to intentionally set them up for failure. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. There's nothing bad now. I have to accept the revolution. Revolution! Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess a little more devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. She knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. Hey, don't say that! You wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh, I assume that was Natsuki. I didn't slap her, did I? Holy shit! I don't know where something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles on the desk. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. That's an interesting way to be abusive to Sayori. She is so in love with snacks. If you just, hurl produce at her, will she be like, ow! Yum yum! Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I figured that was probably Natsuki. Although initially I did. I totally thought that she came out of nowhere, flew in from the side of the screen and went, "Wapow!" I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. Just totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that is so nice of you. You can pummel me with cookies anytime you want. Just eat it. Don't make out with it, God. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes one big bite. So good! It bit my tongue. God damn it, Sayori. Okay, the writing is getting better. I am not getting annoyed by their tropes like I was, I think, in the second episode. The second episode, I was so done with some of this, but this is enjoyable. You're really going through a lot over just one cookie. Oh, yours is really good too, Natsuki. Can I try? God damn, Sayori! Beggars can't be choosers, you know. Yeah, but yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why did I give you that one? Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori is all about the back hugs, which you have to be careful when back hugging a girl, especially one that you're not. I mean, actually, why would you be back hugging a girl that you weren't, like, pseudo close to? I get it. Did you seriously just do... I think... Oh my god, actually, I think this might turn into a problem. Because Sayori is starting to out-cute Natsuki. And that's kind of Natsuki's whole thing. Like, she wants respect, but she also wants to be pseudo kawaii desu. So, if Sayori keeps this up, I think Natsuki is going to turn into, like, some pretty serious depression. You're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Eh? I had noticed Monika hadn't said anything. Where is Monika anyway? That's a good question. Have any of you heard something about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Although no one ever talks to me outside of this club room, so... That's a bit unusual. Yeah, I hope she's okay. Oh, of course she's... I used the wrong voice there. Of course she's okay. She probably just has something to do today. She is pretty popular after all. She's out hanging out with the boys again. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all three of us combined. You notice I added the 3 in there so that, I mean, they're clearly not talking about me. I'm freaking Adonis. Excuse me? Oh, sorry. I'm super sorry. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Oh, Monika chose her club after her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? I love how Sayori reminds me a little bit of Homer Simpson sometimes, where she will get a thought in her head and she won't be just able to distinguish between what she thought and what's actually happening. What on earth are you talking about? Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. I don't believe that for a second. There's a big bell that happens at the end of the period. That makes no sense, though. You have heard the bell? Thank you, Natsuki. High five. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. In the study hall? Or study hall just a, you don't have to be in any specific class. Piano? Wasn't there where you play music as well, Monika? Monika does everything. I kind of just started recently. Oh, so it's like me and my art. I always wanted to learn piano. But that is so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Oh, she doesn't want to play in front of me because she actually values my opinion, which is weird because I'm nobody. But I'm the boy in this game, in this, like, weird horror anime. And that sounds pretty cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Dameol. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Stop spinning! I've been practicing a whole lot recently. This whole piano story is getting weirder and weirder as time goes by. Because she only picked it up recently, but she's been practicing like mad, but none of us knew she did it. We'd love the chance to share one with somebody. And it's not like a piano is something you can hide from others. I don't know, maybe she has one at home, but she sure wasn't practicing the one at home and during study hall. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. There was a great cookie fiasco. Looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet? I'll try not to read into that one too much. That definitely seems loaded. Hey, Yuri? Okay, here's Yuri's scene. So I notice Yuri is just a different book than the one we've been reading together. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no. I was kind of just waiting for you. Why don't we go in and get started? Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea? What is up with Yuri and her obsession with tea? Yuri, calm down. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. I follow and I watch as she receives a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a water filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? I'm gonna plug it into the teacher's desk and then we'll get some water. So oh, don't be such a creeper, Dameol. Don't just sit there and like leer at her as she walks around. I'm not surprised. The way she would really contrast her speaking mannerisms. Because of her long legs, she appears elegant and methodical. And you don't think her speaking mannerisms are elegant and methodical? Okay, may I have the water pitcher? I'll be right back. Where are you two? I am skipping the dialogue that adds absolutely nothing to the scenes. We're just, Yuri's gonna make some tea. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own Yeah, Yuri is getting... I mean, I feel like Yuri is getting more possessive as time goes on. And it's making her kind of a bitch. Do you want me to tell... You want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Dameol in club activities? Yeah, like... I'm seriously considering the next poem to make it one that Monica won't... Or that Yuri won't enjoy. Because these scenes are getting a lot more... weird. And I feel like I'm pushing her down a... You know, I said before, I felt like there was some trouble in her, like, past. And... that she like had an abusive relationship with her parents, and that's going to come out at some point. But I just, before I thought as I got to know her better, I would find out, you know, all of the bad things that had happened to her, and you know, get to kind of delve into the darkness within her soul. But I actually feel like I'm sort of bringing out the darkness. I'm not just finding out about it; I'm encouraging it, and that's giving me pause. My mouth gapes. Suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Dameol. Yeah, what the hell was that, Yuri? I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What is wrong with me? Yuri. Dude, Dameol! Stop thinking with your penis! Alright, there is nothing right about what she said. She was outright rude. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's not right for Monica to judge people like that. She wasn't judging! She was asking a very simple question over something that was completely valid to ask. How come, even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Ooh, actually, that's a good question. Is Yuri intentionally acting out in order to try and get me to, for lack of a better term, punish her? Because if you were raised in an abusive environment, you might associate negative attention with, as the only attention you can get. So you might... A lot of people that are... There's an old saying that says, the things that terrify us as children become our fetishes as adults. So, because it ends up being an imprint in our head. And it's that forbidden territory that's so sensual and exotic, whenever we hit that age. So she might actually be intentionally trying to get me to hate her and get me mad at her in order so, that's the kind of attention that she sees from, or that she's looking for. Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions. We can't always hide them. But you always amplify things so much in your head. Your mind takes a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible? Yeah, she really wants me to. Why would I hate you? I can't hate for someone with having emotions. What kind of a friend would do that? You see, Dameol, you're friend-zoning yourself. You're just like, I can't go further. Well, not if with words like that. Friend, you say. Dameol, I really like being friends with you. Well, thanks. I like being friends with you, too. Dameol is... He was saying that Sayori was clueless. He's freaking clueless. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But in my best, I'll Yuri feel better. Shall we go? Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Dameol, do you like oolong tea? Well, yeah. Anything's fine, really. Very well. Now, it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Well, of course. I shouldn't do any less than when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Yeah, I wouldn't think that Yuri was a hummer. You must be in a good mood now. Again, I'm not sure why she's in a good mood. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was just doing a bit of thinking. I said I would try expressing myself a little more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. And, here she's back to normal again. Here she's back to someone that I want to see more of her story, but man, she's just... I'm worried that her drive to get me to hate her is going to cause her to do worse and worse things. That's great, Yuri. Don't push yourself too much, okay? You're always worrying about me, Dameol. It's very endearing. I don't know if I can keep up with this. So you get a tea for each of us? I've got another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? I guess this is Japan. That's not that unusual. It's a little easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at the desk. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. I wonder why she has back pain. Oh my god, he actually said it. It may be because she stuffs her bra. Well, it's most likely because my... your posture, right? I hunched over like that while reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. I hate when I make a crude joke and then the game makes the crude joke right after I do it. I'm like, I was making that because I assumed the game wouldn't. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Retrieved the book from my bag. Oh, hey, I've got some chocolate as well. Like a small chocolate candies that kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it to go well with the tea. In sync, we assumed the same reading posture last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our eyes are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. And how am I supposed to focus on reading like this? It was always kind of cute, but to being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Look at my hand that's not holding the book. I'm in a posture that makes it even harder to focus. So I need to make sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Wait, why would you accidentally touch her chest because you're holding a teacup? Like, that should not change the position of your hand at all. Meanwhile, she hasn't noticed a single thing. In his reading expression, I can only presume the world around her fades away. It's all my willpower to focus on reading. I feel like there should be like a Giles theme or something here. For a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. And Dameol has just lost his understanding of women. Sayori has not properly prepared him for this moment. Well, if I touch it, I might get smudges on the pages. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Here, hold the book. She holds it so I don't have to have a harder time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case... Oh, that's nice. She doesn't even look away from the book. Her parts of her lips as if the situation were completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I eventually place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, she closes her lips over it. Well, that's not very far in her mouth at all. Huh? So what we've learned is if you put something in front of Yuri's mouth, she'll just open it without even paying attention to what it is. That might be information we can use later. Did I just... Dameol? I guess I shouldn't have done... Well, that's... Well, you were just... helping? The intense sexual tension of eating chocolate. That's something that friends do, right? Not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. I love how they're both too daft to realize the other one wants it to go further. Then you don't need to stop or anything. Okay, that was clearly a Synodere line. I cannot say that damn word. The situation's gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. I can tell by her expression even she can't focus now. My heart's pounding. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. It's her chest rising and falling in the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, she parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh my gosh, this is so somewhat awkward to read. I feel like I'm doing a different kind of a cast right now. Kids, remember, if you want to woo a woman's heart, feed her chocolate, especially if you start without asking. Okay, everyone. It's time to share poems. Damn it, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, that was fantastic. That scene was getting a little bit beyond my ability to be okay with. So I'm glad to have this interruption. Alright, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much of a word between us. The feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up again. Alright. And with that, we are unfortunately at the end of the episode. Oh man, I really want to dive into the poems, but I can't. I'm not allowed. So, we'll go ahead and end here. I will see you all next time for fun with poetry. And yeah, look forward to it. I really like analyzing the poems and trying to break them down. I think I've done a pretty good job so far. One person says I didn't do as amazing a job as I think I did, but they're clearly wrong. See you next time, guys.